Greetings from the 96th meeting of the Internet Engineering Task Force, or IETF, here in Berlin, Germany. I'm Dan York, and I'm here with Jari Arko, chair of the IETF. So, Jari, how was the meeting?
It was a very good meeting, and everybody likes to come to Berlin for meetings, and it's an excellent place to have meetings because there's so much, academics, students, internet technology business around. So we got a good turnout, 1,400 people or so. And of course, the IETF is not just about the IETF meeting itself. We usually get a collection of other events around the meeting as well. And this time, we, for instance, had some interop events by Etsy, a research workshop by the IRTF, and so forth. And the IETF also, it's not just about specifications and working group meetings. We're also about running code, of course. So we've been working on that. This time we had 150 plus people working on that on over 20 different projects, and some very interesting ones that had big significance for the internet. As an example, we worked on TLS 1.3 implementations. We had interop testing of 7 of those implementations against each other in a successful manner, and that's a protocol that's underneath HTTPS, the web security protocol. So it's quite important.
Yeah, I was, like you, one of the judges in the hackathon, and it was pretty amazing to sit there and see the breadth of topics covered by the IETF and to be reminded of that and seeing all that open code. Well, speaking of those topics, what were some of the main topics you thought had a lot of activity here at IETF 96?
Well, many things, of course, but the one that was highlight for me at least was the evolution of the transport and web protocols. And this week we had the most well-attended meeting, the Quick protocol BOF, which is a discussion of possible new work at the IETF, and this is basically a redesign of some of the basic protocols in the internet, like TCP and how web traffic is transported, and that has a big impact if it goes forward. So that was very interesting for lots of people, and of course we had many other topics: security, IoT. We even had a discussion about blockchain and various kinds of payment systems or interoperability between different payment systems. So a good variety of topics.
Yeah, there's a kind of meeting here called the Birds of a Feather BOF session. Those were some of the highly, it's an area of bringing new work into the IETF. So the IETF continues to evolve and have these new topics and things. Now, obviously a lot of working group sessions, but what else happened this week?
Well, one thing that I, of course, was very happy with also was that this week we announced over $3 million of new support for the IETF, and this is, of course, very much appreciated. Came from our friends at RIPE, Afrinic, ARIN, and ISOC. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It was a good thing. So now this is all ending. The network's being shut down. We're some of the last people in this area at all. What's next?
Well, of course, we go back to work and to the mailing list and virtual meetings, and so a lot of these topics will continue right away, and I expect much progress to be made in the next weeks and months for the next meeting. And the next meeting, of course, is in Seoul, Korea, in November.
All right. Well, thank you for your service as the chair and for all of the activities that were here this week. And we'll look forward to talking to you next from IETF 97 in Seoul. You can find out more about it by going to www.ietf.org. And that's also the place that you can learn more about how to participate and how to make the standards that make the internet work better. Thank you.